Welcome to repeating a course. I want to talk about some general ideas and some tips and tricks as we go through it. Repeating a course is an exciting opportunity, and there are some things to think about as we do it. One, we want to have a growth mindset approach, and two, we want to have some time for reflection and considering what steps to take to move forward. This is an awesome opportunity. It doesn't always feel that way, but it is. So let's go find out why. If we have that growth mindset, it's going to impact our outcome because we aren't going in here saying this is bad. We're going in there saying this is good. Let's look at why. Obviously, it can feel frustrating. It can feel awkward. It can be sad. It can be annoying. There are so many emotions that come with repeating a course, and we need to feel those and recognize those, but we can't stay there. We shouldn't stay feeling in those negative places. Have that feeling, acknowledge it, validate it, and then let's look forward. So, there are a lot of reasons for why we could repeat a course. So many, and they are often very far outside of our control. As we look through this list and some ideas about it, I want you to think about what you would add based on your experience. So one, it could be a work situation. Maybe a new job, we're starting it, they're taking lots of time. Maybe an old job, we're leaving it. That's a whole nother set of stressors. What about the people there? Our colleagues, a boss, lots of things can go on with that. Hours, what if they are increased greatly and we find that we are busy at work and exhausted when we get home? That's a hard way to do our schoolwork. What if our hours are cut? We may have time for schoolwork at that point, but we're really stressed about what we're going to do with those missing hours. We may end up having to do a job hunt. That's a whole nother job to do. So all of those things could happen around work, and I'm leaving that blank space for a reason. There could be even more. What about family situations? Health emergencies crop up. Emergencies of any kind can crop up. We can lose people we care about, and we need to be present for our families through those situations. The last thing we want to do is say, you know what, I'm not going to be present for you because I'm going to do, the school assignment. Family and friends, they matter, and we can't throw that out that they are going to need us, and sometimes it's going to be an inconvenient time. No one plans on that. It just is. And being present for the people we love is, to me, something that has really long-lasting value. And I want to be present for any student who needs to take that time to support their loved ones. Also, support in and of itself. Sometimes we are needed and we need to be present. And again, there's a blank space for you to fill in at least one or two possibilities for why things like family and friends can pull us away. And of course, life itself. Oh my goodness, we can be in a difficult place emotionally, mentally, physically. All of these things can happen and they can pull us away from school. And that's what we're doing with this course. We're figuring out how we navigate that. There is no shame in not being able to fully navigate that and pass the class. No shame at all. There's so much to cope with and to manage, and that's what we're going to learn on. We're going to practice. We're going to lean into that. So, what about the good things instead? What if we focus on that side now? When we repeat a course, we have time to reflect on what took us away. When things are outside of our control, we don't always know what to do, and it takes time to figure them out. It takes time to process what sort of approaches could work. We may try 3 different approaches, and none of them are really working. So we need more time to figure out exactly how we can navigate these steps. That's perfectly okay. What about time for any of these things to kind of reset? Sometimes we are in an emergency or in a really big family situation, and it's going to take time. It's going to take a couple of weeks, a couple of months, who knows. But we need to be present for it and give that week or two, and then maybe things calm down. Someone is ill and they become better. Maybe we are connecting with family and we change some situations and people are feeling stronger and more able. We have to give time to those things, and sometimes we need to put them at a higher priority. Also, we get more time to absorb content when we repeat a course. When we start a course, we see all this stuff that we're going to learn, and it can feel like, oh my goodness, how am I going to learn all of that and all those ideas and words and programs and things and things and things. Well, repeating means we get to have that opportunity to review ideas, to revise how we approach them. After a class, we often feel like, "Ah, if only I had known about, whatever, I would have done so much better." And I could see that success. I could see that better letter grade. I could see just knowing more and feeling more confident. Well, this is our opportunity and we are going to seize it. Growth mindset is going to push us to look at those positives. It's a good thing. The second part of what we're doing is reflecting and figuring out some new steps to take. I don't want you to do this reflecting alone. I want you to have a teammate. So, why? Well, reflecting of the why of repeating a course, it can be difficult. It can be stressful. So I want you to have a chat with me. I want you to reach out by messenger or in telepath messenger, email, text, phone call, whatever it is. I want you to have this conversation for a number of reasons. Talking about challenges that we've been in can be all the help we need sometimes. Just airing that, being heard can make a huge difference. That's wonderful. I'm here to listen. Also, talking with someone may help us process the situation and it may help us recognize solutions. I'm here to encourage and support you. Sometimes talking to someone else will lead us to solutions that maybe they have or they see that we didn't realize. And again, that's what I'm here for, to be your teammate and support you. I may know about a solution that you didn't even know about. We're going to be teammates and we're going to work through that. When we communicate, we are opening windows and doors into opportunities, clarity, and solid support. Well, maybe one or two things we could control. If possible, the ideas that we have for time management, for processing situations, for prioritizing school, they're going to help us for those moments when we could maybe control what's going on, but they're also going to help in those times when we really can't control all these outside things. So, for those outside things, sharing about them can make a big difference. We find out we're not alone, that other people are having challenges, and we start to connect and we start to say, well, when I had this challenge, I tried this. And it kind of worked on this level, but not on that level. Well, the other person can start communicating as well. And between all of us, we find that we have a lot more in common than we believed, and that we all have different solutions that we're trying. We all have different approaches that we're aiming for. As a team, we can figure those out. We can support one another. And it's going to be helpful for those small moments when we do have a little bit of control, because we can practice skills and implement solutions, and those will have a bearing later on things we can't control. So we're going to learn things in class that we learned some of last time, but we're going to keep practicing, we're going to keep trying, we're going to keep working on until we have all the tools we need in our toolbox. So we're going to work on prioritizing. It's a big shift to add school to our already busy lives. That's a big thing to do. That's going to take some failures, some slip ups, some mistakes as we figure out exactly what that looks like and we figure out each new situation. Time management. There are a lot of options for how we manage time, how we approach all those ideas, but we may not find the best approach right away. We may have to try several, and we may have to alter those based on different situations. There are things that I need when I'm doing well and feeling well. There are things that I have to do differently when my kidneys are acting up. That's the nature of life, and it's taken some hiccups to figure out sort of what that looks like, and I'm still working on it. Most importantly, your dreams and goals are worth investing in. We're here for it. I am here for it, not just for this class, but for your entire academic journey. Reach out to me, ask these questions, get that support no matter when or where you are. You're investing in you by being here, by showing up. I'm here to help you do that and to invest in you as well. There is an entire team ready to invest in you because your success, your happiness, reaching your goals and dreams is absolutely worth it. Reaching out and taking my time to talk about things, to get support, that's wonderful. That's what my time is for. It's for supporting you, encouraging you, and being present for you. At no point in time are you bothering me or worrying me or getting in the way. That's what I want from you. I want you to reach out. I want you to ask questions. I want you to say, I just need to talk about this. Like, I just need to air this, or I just need to find some solutions. So throw a couple at me, throw a couple my way, and we'll see how it goes. But most importantly, you're investing in you. And figuring out that road to success is not the easiest thing in the world. And you are on that road, which is one of the arguably hardest parts, that you have set that dream and goal in your mind and you are pushing toward it. So let's get there together as a team. Feel no shame, no sadness over repeating a course. Instead, let's look at the wonderful opportunity that it is to make connections and to really prioritize everything about school and figure out where it's going to take us.